Angel Reese, going home to her alma mater, LSU, plays against the Brazilian national team in front of 6,373 people. 6,373 people. This is an arena that holds 13,000.
There were crowded stands when a self-described attraction like Angel Reese returned to her alma mater of championship. And thunderous acclaim are anticipated, but her LSU homecoming presented a completely different picture, with tickets easily accessible, casting doubt on the idea that she has the ability to pull crowds.
Angel Reese fans, LSU fans, all of you who tell us, oh my God, what a big superstar. Oh my God, transcendent. Oh my goodness, generational. Oh my goodness, so on and so forth. You guys do all the talking, all the yapping. Twitter fingers turn to can't even show up and buy ticket fingers.
The Pete Maravich Assembly Center was only half full for the Chicago Sky preseason game against the Brazilian national team, despite incredibly low ticket prices and the nostalgic return of a national champion. This is a dramatic contrast to the sold-out crowds that cheered for Angel Reese during her college career in the same building. Did public interest in her as a professional player decline, or was the initial hype surrounding her popularity exaggerated, or was it all smoke and mirrors? What did Angel Reese's mother and her new coach Tyler Marsh have to say about this unexpected attendance? Please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment if you agree with Caitlin Clark. The GOAT down below is CC.
Yeah, we're gonna eat good this year. How about another McBrick? Bang! To your local McDonald's, you can order the Angel Reese special. You get the combo meal. You get the bang bang. Hey, get her a credit card, with the reward points, because she loves to travel. Bang!
Angel Reese's homecoming was unique because, like Caitlin Clark, she made the audacious claim that she was the main reason people watched women's basketball. That statement went viral, positioning her as an equal draw. Normally, when a national champion returns home, there is a big celebration with fanfare and packed stands. It appears that the reality of her individual drawing power, at least at that time, didn't quite live up to the earlier pronouncements, prompting a reevaluation of the impact of her claim. This big claim raised high expectations for her return to LSU, but her recent preseason game there with a half-empty arena raises questions about whether her drawing power truly matches the fanfare or if the initial hype was overstated.
Reese is now quoted as saying, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. She refuses to say Caitlin Clark's name. It's because of me too, and I want you to realize that.
Angel Reese's alma mater hosted a preseason game against the Brazilian national team on the Chicago Sky. This was supposed to be a perfect homecoming, with a national champion returning to her historic roots. However, the attendance at her alma mater for the preseason game revealed a different picture, falling short of expectations for such a joyous return.
A lot of Angel Reese fans are not basketball fans, and they are proving it. They proved it last night without a shadow of a doubt. That was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen.
During Reese's college career, the Pete Maravich Assembly Center, which was built to accommodate over 13,000 fans, was constantly filled with vibrant purple and gold. However, when she returned to the arena professionally, the attendance was much smaller at just 6,000, which was less than half of the arena's capacity. This resulted in noticeable empty sections and a stark visual difference from her college playing days.
They did not even halfway fill that place up last night. So the narrative about people are watching for Me Too, people are showing up for Me Too, that narrative is, don't let anybody try to blow smoke up your ass.
Even more astonishingly, tickets on resale websites were as little as $11 less expensive than average movie tickets. Thousands of seats were still empty in spite of this accessible cost, which further confounds the low attendance considering how affordable it is for moviegoers.
Over 6,800 seats still available, and some people were saying, by the way, that There were some $15 tickets out there.
The sparse turnout at the event was immediately noted by social media users, who posted, "Yo, it's empty in there." Angel Reese fans couldn't even sell out LSU's arena for her return, and tickets were dirt cheap, said another commenter on her return. As they roamed around the arena, broadcast cameras showed a large number of empty seats, confirming the problem with attendance. Despite landing big sponsorship deals and establishing herself as a basketball legend, Reese was unable to fill her home arena even with cheap tickets, which begs serious questions about her marketability. There is no denying the discrepancy between her real attendance and perceived influence. Reese's claim that she is the main attraction for women's basketball fans is directly called into question by the empty seats. If that were true, her homecoming should have been the most anticipated event. The Baton Rouge ticket sales data make it very evident that this is not the case.
Point this out because Angel decided to come out and she said, I'm going to play the victim. Or, well, the victim, yeah, and the villain. People are watching for me too. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Unsurprisingly, social media platforms quickly became inundated with criticism of the half-empty arena. When fans began drawing attention to the obvious problem with attendance, they received an unexpected response, not from Angel herself, but from her mother, who swiftly defended her daughter with a tweet that only heightened the controversy when pictures of the empty seats surfaced. When fans brought attention to the empty areas at LSU, Angel Reese's mother didn't hold back in her answer, which only made matters worse. Instead of addressing the poor attendance, Angel's mother tried to shift the topic of conversation and launch into the Twitter debate with a defensive response that fell flat.
Angel Reese's mother has gone on the offensive and called out Caitlin Clark fans for pointing out attendance. And I just don't see the point in this. I don't see the point in this.
Her precise tweet, which said that some fans were watching the stands and celebrating attendance, while others were staring at the rafters and celebrating championship banners, was far from subtle. Everyone knew which fan base she was referring to right away. The clear and pointed comment she made about Caitlin Clark's supporters came across as defensive and dismissive, rather than acknowledging the genuine surprise that a local hero couldn't even fill half an arena. She attempted to create a false equivalency between attendance numbers and championship banners in order to divert attention from the problem.
There's no argument to be made. We heard it from Shania Wumake as well. We've heard it from a lot of people. There's no argument to be made that there is a needle. The
tweet unintentionally made the precise problem she was trying to prevent worse, and social media users quickly pointed out the contradictions. The irony of her attempt to deflect only served to highlight the low attendance she seemed to want to downplay was aptly highlighted in one fan's statement. "My daughter playing in that empty arena got her so tight, she had to take a swing at us, I'm crying."
You literally got a parent of a player in the WNBA flexing winning a college ring. While instead of, because people are calling out attendance. These people are calling out attendance, and the only reason people are calling out attendance is because Angel said the whole people watching for me too.
Others emphasized the uncomfortable truth. Wouldn't it be more beneficial if you focused your hate on how LSU games were packed this year, but this game wasn't? This comment identified the main issue. While she was a college student, LSU games were regularly sold out, but her WNBA comeback didn't generate the same level of fan enthusiasm. This discrepancy was the uncomfortable truth the tweet unintentionally brought to light.
People have not shown up to watch her play basketball, and that is a fact. Like, people do not really show up to watch Angel Reese play basketball. And I do think that there's not that there's a reason for it, but I do think that can be that's something that you can mention when the people are watching for Me Too statement has come out of her mouth.
The mother-daughter defense stance backfired miserably. Rather than calming detractors, it intensified the discussion regarding Reese's true drawing power. In a professional setting, the championship banner argument was not very persuasive. College success does not always transfer into WNBA stardom. Furthermore, the attempt to shift the topic simply served to emphasize how perception and reality differ. You've already lost the point if you have to remind folks of past success, while attendance is low right now. With all the hoopla about being a big attraction in women's basketball, the empty seats told a different tale, and no amount of redirection to championship banners could fill those empty seats in the stands. The Twitter defense was a perfect microcosm of the bigger problem at hand.
The second you go to college, what you did in high school doesn't matter. The second you set foot in the pros, what you did in college does not matter.
This lack of attendance comes at the same time that Reese faces another obstacle as she begins her second WNBA season. A big change to her playing role in Chicago is imminent, which might make her path to stardom even more difficult, much like Angel Reese is having trouble filling seats. Her new coach has a strategy that could make it even more difficult for her to demonstrate coincidence. Chicago, in addition to altering the team's approach, Sky's new head coach Tyler Marsh is radically redefining Angel Reese's position on the floor. The player who established herself as a formidable force beneath the hoop is being forced to step outside of her comfort zone. In an audacious attempt to broaden Reese's offensive style, Marsh wants to turn her into a stretch four player by pushing her toward the perimeter and away from the paint. However, this could potentially affect her proven strengths.
Contrast. Reese's shooting woes drew criticism. She finished 30th in two-point percentage at 40%. God. 29th in three-point percentage, 18.8. And her effective field goal percentage was a league low 39.5%. That's crazy as hell. And I don't want to hear nothing about a big. We're going to take a look at something. Even from the free throw line, often a reliable scoring source for bigs, she landed 27th. Considering most of Reese's shots come from close to the rim.
Re-established herself as a rebounding monster who could routinely post double-doubles during her college career and rookie WNBA season. So this isn't a small tweak. It's a fundamental shift to her entire game. Her aggressive style of play near the hoop became her trademark. She would grab rebounds, miss shots, get rebounds again, and make us all giggle while we sat there. Her early success was characterized by this manner, which won her over fans.
The line at 3.5, hop, skippity do 3,000s this year, okay? Chicken fingers? Butterfingers? Butter pecan? Burn!
Na boo boo, you can't get me. Look at me now, I'm soaring through the air like a flying giraffe. Bang!
Sometimes I think she closes her eyes and says, F it, the rim's up there somewhere. Bang!
Let's throw it back to the greatest layup ever known to mankind, the scoopity poop layup. How about it? Bang! Professional athlete, by the way.
She's got more podcast episodes, 30, than double-doubles, 26. Can't make it up. Bang!
But that might soon be history. Marsh's new strategy calls for Reese to take more off-ball cuts and take mid-range jumpers. The issue is that, at best, her shooting efficiency is questionable. Last season, she shot a miserable 39.1% from within 5 feet of the rim, which is the worst percentage in the entire WNBA among players with significant minutes. This raises serious concerns because, if she struggles that close to the rim, how will she perform from even farther out? This strategic change is a significant risk for both Reese and the team.
It's just a fact. It's just a fact. She is, it's more than a fact. She is not good at layups. But I was looking at her stats. I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad. And even worse than that is that shots from 5 to 9 feet, 13%.
This change in strategy coincides with Camila Cardoso's increased prominence in the Sky offensive scheme. The coaching staff is clearly favoring Cardoso in the paint, a move that is bolstered by her noticeably higher shooting percentage close to the rim. The message seems clear. They are now betting on Cardoso as their main interior threat, effectively dislodging Reese in that role. This change has a significant impact on Reese's game because by moving her away from the basket, they are directly limiting her opportunities for offensive rebounds, which are a key component of her effectiveness. If she is positioned on the perimeter, those crucial putback opportunities disappear, which will unavoidably result in a decline in her rebounding numbers and, in turn, a reduction in the double-doubles that were a defining feature of her stellar rookie season.
Look at effective bigs in the league. Jonquel Jones, one of my favorite players, actually. Brittany Griner, 1 and 2. All right, that's what it's supposed to look like for somebody that's 6'3" and above. Asia Wilson, way up there. Then Mitchell, then Clark. Look, if you want to compare Angel to somebody like Aaliyah Boston, look at that. I mean, she's right here, 53.7% from 2-point percentage. She was ranked 13th in the league. Angel